Hello everyone, this is Marketing Research. Today we are going to review the process for market segmentation. Segmentation targeting decision, right? Using marketing engineering. So we have a special guest today too, Mark.
Hello.
Okay, so he will demonstrate the things for you.
Okay, so
take the lead.
first off, we gotta
get the file first.
Open our file, yeah.
Right.
So we got a file open, and
it's Office Star segmentation.
Segmentation right here.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Alright, so we have two different types of data for segmentation research. One is segmentation data, you can see here. Would you click in the bottom, the second discrimination data?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the second type of data called discrimination data, right? So go to the first page. Yeah.
Okay.
This segments the market, okay? Using these, how many, can you count the variables?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, using 6 variables, right? We
Mhm.
can divide the market into several different segments or clusters, right?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the variables with which we can, divide the market, right? And the second page, so after segmentation, right, and targeting, okay, we need to describe the target segment further, right? Because we need to know them, we need to understand them, right?
Much deeper into demographics.
Yeah, that's right. To develop relationship with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very simple data set, but here we have 3 different variables, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, we call them descriptors. So we describe the target market using these variables, right? So we have 3 here, right?
Okay.
So with these 2 different data sets, we are ready. So go to add-ins and marketing engineering. And
Segmentation classification.
yes, and run segmentation.
Run segmentation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a pop-up screen here. So first of all, number of clusters. There is no rule of thumb in the number, but you need to do this and that. Okay, so while we have several different solutions, right? Like 5 clusters, 6 clusters, 7 clusters. You need to pick a best solution. All right. So just random number 5. Let's choose 5. But you need to have several iterations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other things, let's see, you need to click this, make it sure, and this, okay? So without clicking this two, you may not have the result, right? But this already clicked here, right? So good. So click next. Okay, so first table is being highlighted, right? This is segmentation data, so click OK. And second table, which is discrimination data highlighted, OK. That's it. So we will have result. This is dendrogram.
Okay.
It shows how the whole group separated into in the bottom 5 different clusters, right? So for example, the group cluster number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the closest segment to number 1 cluster?
4.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And cluster number 2, which is the closest?
5.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can understand the relevant distance between clusters, right?
Okay.
And also the numbers in your left side, right?
The distance.
Yeah, they mean the amount of information.
Amount of
information you lose when you divide clusters.
Okay.
All right. So you can see the big number 300, big number there, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you may have it's kind of supportive information, right? So take the next step of the big drop here, right? There's a big drop between the two. So you may have 1, 2, 3, 4 cluster solutions. Okay, that's a kind of rule of thumb.
Okay.
In deciding the ideal number of clusters, right? But you need to see the actual result to tell which solution is better, right? So go to segmentation in the bottom. That's a result page. The major table you may interpret is the second table here, segmentation variables, right? And you can see the different colors here, right? So these are the averages from the respondents, answering, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see for example, variety choice.
Variety
Yeah.
choice.
So which is the best cluster?
Cluster 1.
Yeah. So you can say that cluster 1 has a need on variety choice, right?
On variety of choice.
Okay.
Okay.
So, we this is a needs-based segmentation, right?
Mhm.
So we are segmenting the market in terms of different needs. Okay. So and we can find out the different needs in the market by asking what?
By asking what their needs are for each part of the
Yes.
of the
By
serv- of the
asking
serv- yeah.
their perceived
their
importance.
perceived importance on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
scale.
So when they say variety choice is important, right?
Mhm.
We can say that they have a need on the variety choice, right?
So also for like cluster 3, so that
Mhm.
they have the lowest need
Lowest.
of the variety
Yeah,
of
so,
choice.
so they have no need regarding variety choice, right?
Okay.
So for example, furniture. Which group has a need on furniture?
Cluster 1 by
Cluster
far.
one, right? So this is the you can compare it to the average here, overall average. So this
Mhm.
is far,
Far
above
average.
the average, right?
Mhm.
And what about electronics?
Electronics. So the biggest need would be cluster 4.
Cluster 4, right?
Mhm.
Maybe they
And-
have a need on electronics, right? Cluster 4.
You want to wait out here?
Okay, so in targeting decision, right? You need to compare this result with inside factors,
Mhm.
right? This is outside factor from the market, right? Okay, and in the inside, you may have a certain capability, right? So you can make an assumption here, right? Let's say Office Star has a capability on quality of service.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they are very strong in that variable, right? In that sort, right? So which group will you target?
So I would
Based on the
I'll definitely
information.
look at this table
Yeah.
and then I'll see that target
Yeah.
cluster 3
Yeah.
is values
Yeah.
quality of service
Yeah.
more.
Okay, so you may have cluster 3 as your target market, right?
Mhm.
So, in needs-based segmentation, right? Targeting decision is made based on the fit between outside vector here and inside vector, right? So normally in our workshop and practice, right, you need to make an assumption about inside information, right, capability, right? Okay. So if we have an assumption that in which the Office Star has a capability on quality of service, right, it's cluster number 3. This is our target market, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So in that line, we can go to discrimination result. There's also second table here.
Mhm.
So we want to, now this is the second step in needs-based segmentation, right? We want to describe more about
About what this segmentation data, like you're talking about.
about the clause number 3, our target segment, right?
Mhm.
In terms of these 3 variables. Okay? So compared to the overall averages here, okay?
Uh-huh.
Can you briefly describe clause number 3?
Okay, so cluster number 3, their average income is roughly $47,500.
Higher than average, right?
Higher than
Right.
average, yeah, and their age is higher than average, and they're also more likely to be a professional.
Full time, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So this is description, right? We can
Mhm.
gain from the discrimination analysis, right?
Okay.
So this needs-based segmentation has 2 steps, okay? So segmentation and description.
Okay.
All right? All right. This is it. Thank you,
All
Mark.
right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
I see you next time.
All right, I'll see you
All right.
guys.